Hey, this is about the Jimmy Hart. Hey, you gotta watch Old Away Wrestling. It's unbelievable. I caught it the other day. Awesome. Check it out. Old Away Wrestling. Don't forget, Old Away Wrestling.
This is WWE legend Tatanka. Make sure that you watch Gone Away Wrestling. How true that is.
Listen. Yeah, you know it's time for revolution. I give you proper execution. Cause you're a broken institution. And I'm a natural evolution. A lot, only what's needed. Too many words, running and bleeding. Out of control.
Hey guys, what's up? It's All Gone Away Wrestling here, back with another video. And this is going to be a pretty quick DVD update. I just came back from Moviestop, and I just wanted to pick up a few DVDs, see if they had anything good. So yeah, let's get started with the DVDs I picked up. I picked up Undertaker. He Buried Them Alive. I haven't really heard any reviews on this DVD or anything, just talks about the early years of Undertaker. It has 5 classic matches that set the stage for one of the most feared and popular superstars in WWE history. The matches include Undertaker versus Imposter Undertaker, versus Quang versus Yokozuna, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and Jerry the King Lawler. I picked it up for $4, so yeah. And here is one of my favorites that I picked up. Triple H The Game. Yeah. It's a pretty old DVD from 2002. It was made when he made his return from the knee or bicep or quad or quadricep injury. I'm not sure. That they made this DVD, but that's not the only reason why I got it. The only reason why I got it is because, like my Insurrection DVD, this DVD was recorded when the WWE was still the WWF. So that's why. And then when the DVD was finally released, they had officially changed her to WWE, but it's WWF. So yeah, but look, see, here's a DVD. See the insert right there. So look, it says WWE Triple H The Game. But look at this. I'll take it out. WWF Home Video. Yep. With all the titles that they have and everything for WWF. So, a pretty nice addition to my collection. Very nice. Just, it talks about like how he became the game, how he rose to the top of sports entertainment history. Out of the sports entertainment industry. You follow his rise to the top with interviews and insights from other superstars, as well as Triple H himself. It talks about his injury in May 2001 and his long, painful road to return to the ring. Then, yeah, that's basically what it is. The extras include a never-aired sketch from Mad TV, Triple H 1995 Federation debut, Royal Rumble 2000 versus Cactus Jack with alternate commentary, bonus match, Wrestle War 1989, Ric Flair versus Ricky Steamboat. Because that's one of Triple H's favorite matches, that's why it's included in there. So yeah, Triple H The Game. Very nice. And this is something I've been meaning to pick up for a while, but never got around to it. Ric Flair, the Definitive Collection. Yeah. This is dope. Yeah, look at that. To be the man, you gotta beat the man. Very nice. The CDs look very nice. Yeah. Very nice. You know, it includes matches against people like Roddy Piper, Harley Race, Sting, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Kerry Von Erich, and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, among others. So, it's pretty good. I mean, you know, this was released the same year where Ric Flair retired, you know, for professional wrestling. It has, you know, the send-off that they gave him, and, you know, we all know what happened with Ric Flair, you know, in regards to professional wrestling. So, yeah. Ric Flair, the Definitive Collection. Pretty good. And now for my favorite pickup today. WrestleMania 20, the 3-disc special edition. Yep. I got this for $10. For $10. I got this. Used, but you know it's in great condition. So look. Here's disc. Oh wait, no. Here's the insert. There's disc 1, disc 2, and disc 3. Yeah. Very nice. I still can't believe I got this for $10 because online, on eBay, and on Amazon, this goes for from $15 to $20. So, I'm very happy I got it for $10, and it's in such great condition. So, look at the matches. This one and this two are the matches. You know, Big Show versus John Cena for the United States Championship, and as we all know, that's where John Cena won his very first singles gold. Was at WrestleMania 20. Fatal 4-Way for the World Tag Team. RVD and Booker T versus the Dudley Boys versus Garrison Cayden, Mark Jindrak versus La Resistance. The champions in the match were RVD and Booker T. Chris Jericho versus Christian. As we all know, this is when Christian aligned himself with Trish Stratus during that whole love triangle storyline between Chris Jericho, Christian, and Trish. 2-on-3 handicap tag team match. Rock and Sock Connection. Mick Foley and The Rock versus Evolution. Randy Orton, Batista, and Ric Flair. Then you see the Hall of Fame class of 2004 come out. First ever Playboy evening gown match. Sable and Tori Wilson versus Stacy Keibler and Miss Jackie. The winners of the match were Sable and Tori Wilson, from what I remember. First ever WWE Cruiserweight Championship Open. The champion, Chavo Guerrero, defending it against Jamie Noble, Funaki, Ultimo Dragon, Rey Mysterio, Nunzio, Tajiri, Shannon Moore, and Billy Kidman. Chavo Guerrero successfully defended his Cruiserweight title that night. The infamous interpromotional match between Goldberg and Brock Lesnar. You know, with Stone Cold Steve Austin as special guest referee. You know, either way you slice it, the match could have been better. Thing is, neither Goldberg or Brock Lesnar were trying. Why? Because it was their last match, their very last matches with the company. Goldberg didn't want to renew his contract, and Lesnar just basically gave his notice that he was quitting earlier that week. So they knew they weren't trying, and the fact that the crowd were eating them up towards the end of the match just made it even more worse because they continued not trying. But you know, whatever. It wasn't a good match, but it wasn't a bad match. It was okay. Fatal 4-way for the WWE Tag Team Championship. Champions Scotty 2 Hotty and Rikishi versus APA, the Basham Brothers, and World's Greatest Tag Team Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin. Scotty 2 Hotty and Rikishi successfully defended their tag belts. That's in Disc 1. Disc 2 is the Women's Championship match. Hair versus Championship. Victoria versus Molly Holly. If Molly Holly didn't successfully win the Women's Championship, her head would be shaved bald. And Victoria successfully defended her Women's title, so Molly's head was shaved. WWE Championship match. Eddie Guerrero versus Kurt Angle. A good match. Really good match. Undertaker versus Kane. The return of Undertaker. The return of the Dead Man gimmick. Obviously, of course, Undertaker won. Triple Threat World Heavyweight Championship match. To me, it's probably the greatest triple threat match I have ever seen. Shawn Michaels versus Triple H versus Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit won. And why this is one of my favorites is not only my favorite purchase is not only because of how cheap I got it, but also because of the sentimental value. Everyone knows what happens at the end when Benoit is celebrating in the middle of the ring his World Championship win. His World Championship title win, and Eddie Guerrero comes in and starts celebrating with him. That's just a great moment for any wrestling fan. You know, it's just great. You know what? Say what you will about Benoit. You know, I don't agree with how his life ended, but Benoit, the wrestler, Benoit, the person who contributed a lot to this business, I have an insane amount of respect for. So, that's why as a wrestling fan, it was just a great moment. You know, the extras are the Rock and Sock Connection from WWE Confidential, the press conference, pre-match comments from Billy Kidman, Rey Mysterio, Molly Holly, Mean Gene Okerlund. These are pre-match. And post-match is John Cena, RVD, and Booker T. Mick Foley, Big Show, Christian, Chavo Guerrero, and Chavo Sr., Superstar Billy Graham, Molly, and some of the fans. And also there's an extra match. It's the Dudley Boys versus Lance Storm and Val Venus from Sunday Night Heat. The winner of that match would move on to the Fatal 4-Way match for the World Tag Team belts. And then there's all the promos for all the feuds. You know, the WrestleMania 20 promo, Triple H versus Shawn Michaels versus Benoit, Lesnar versus Goldberg, Kane versus Undertaker, Eddie Guerrero versus Angle, and Rock and Sock versus Evolution. This 3 is really good, which is the extras and special features. The Mania of WrestleMania, which is basically a 1-hour documentary about WrestleMania 19 and how everyone was going into it, how The Rock was going into it, Stone Cold, Triple H, Chris Jericho. It talks in depthly about what happened with Stone Cold Steve Austin when he had that scare that he thought he was having a heart attack from drinking so much coffee and energy drinks from stress. So, it's good stuff. Yeah, look, the success of Undertaker, that's the first thing it talks about. The Homecoming, The Rock and Stone Cold. The Prodigal Son has returned, Shawn Michaels, the Rookie, Brock Lesnar, and the veteran Kurt Angle. A study in contrast, The Rock's adrenaline and Stone Cold's strengths. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock. The adrenaline rush, Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar. The aftermath, Kurt Angle. The deleted and extra scenes are like Triple H versus Booker T, Hulk Hogan versus Mr. McMahon, behind the scenes, Jesse Ventura voiceover session. It's pretty good. And it has WrestleMania's 10 greatest matches ever, up until that point. Number 10 is Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit, WrestleMania 17. Number 9 is Hulk Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior, WWE Intercontinental versus WWE Championship match. Number 8 is Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Shawn Michaels for the WWE Championship match, WrestleMania 14. Number 7, Hulk Hogan and Mr. T with Jimmy Snuka versus Rowdy Piper, and Paul Orndorff with Cowboy Bob Orton, the first WrestleMania. Bret Hart versus Stone Cold, submission match, WrestleMania 13. The Rock versus Hulk Hogan, WrestleMania 18. Ricky Steamboat versus Randy Savage, Intercontinental Championship match, WrestleMania 3. Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels, Intercontinental Championship ladder match, WrestleMania 10. Hardy Boys versus Dudley Boys versus Edge and Christian, WWE Tag Team Championship triangle ladder match, WrestleMania 16. As we all know, ultimately that was pretty much the very first TLC match, though it's not really official. They just call it a triangle ladder match, but if you look at the match, it's essentially the first TLC match. Bret Hart, and number 1 is Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels, WWE Championship Iron Man match, WrestleMania 12. So that's basically my favorite pickup, because not only because of the price, but because of the sentimental value. You know, very awesome additions to my collection. Also, I have a bit of a message for my subscribers. If you saw my last video in my 100 sub special, I mentioned that I was going to be going to the TNA Ultimate Fan Experience No Surrender VIP weekend in Orlando, Florida, from Sunday, September 11th to Wednesday, September 14th. Well, I have a bit of bad news, especially for the 2 people who contacted me about getting stuff signed for them at the VIP weekend when I was going to meet Kurt Angle. Well, first off, the autograph signing was 1 item per person, so I sent an email and they sent me back a message. Jake Thrill, I saw your message, but I just wanted to address it in this video, okay? So I'm sorry if you feel stubbed or anything, but I did see your message. Don't worry. Damn it, lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, okay. I have bad news for you and the other person, AX7ROH, who contacted me. I'm not going to be able to go. See, I just got some bad news from my family that my mom, she's been diagnosed with breast cancer. And it's malignant, it's not too big, but she's gonna need to undergo chemotherapy and a lot of tests to see if it's spread or anything, and it's all gonna happen during the month of September, and I want to be by her side. She'll be all right, but right now I just want to be by her side. So I'm not gonna go, guys. When life gets in the way of something, you can't stop it. So I really apologize to you, Jake Thrill, to you, AX7ROH, and to any one of my subscribers who would have wanted me to get something signed for them. I apologize, but rest assured there will be more signings, and just keep on checking in my channel for the signings, and just let me know. Alright? So that's basically it,